Oi, oi! What? I think my voice might have finally broken. Well, welcome back to episode 4 of Comic Book Collecting for Beginners. I'm pretty much doing this because I've been hounded by people since the last video on how to source stock to make the video on how to sell that stock. And excuse me. What? For example, the thing that prompted me to do this is a whinge from, if any of you guys are on the community server, the Fantasy Bro community server, or the Whatnot channels, you'll know Carson, and he's whining at me because he says, I've got all this stock from sourcing from your method, and now I don't know what to do with it. Teach me. Yeah, dickhead. Anyway, first of all, we're going to list the different places. It's going to be quite a quick video because a lot of this stuff is very self-explanatory. There may be things that you don't know, so we're just going to run through the best platforms to start selling the stuff on, what they're best for, and kind of give you my overview of what I did to make the money. If you remember, it was £2,130 made over a month, the last 4 weeks, and I'll give you the benefits and the positives, negatives, and what to avoid and what to do and stuff like that. So, firstly, we've got... Should we start with the best or should we start with the worst? We'll probably start with the worst. The worst is probably the opposite to what's best for sourcing stock. The worst one for selling is Facebook Marketplace. It's not Facebook as a whole, but Facebook Marketplace isn't specialised enough. What people use Facebook Marketplace for is what you guys will now be using Facebook Marketplace for, which is sourcing stock, not selling it. You can run a business using Facebook Marketplace. Facebook as a platform isn't optimized for mass uploads of products. So, for example, if you wanted to put in 200 issues of different comic books, you will have to put them in, you have to take all the pictures, you have to put them up, upload them, do your title, do a bit of a description, set a price, everything like that. You have to do the research, which is another important fact, actually. We'll come back to that. So I would personally say that Facebook Marketplace is going to be your least used place. Now, like I said, that doesn't rule out Facebook altogether. A brilliant place for selling comic books is the comic book related Facebook groups. There are tons. Literally just search comic book group on the search function on the comic book groups. I'm not going to recommend any specific ones because there's countless, literally countless. They're popping up all the time. They never stop. Just go with ones with high members and you'll do fine. The reason these are good is because what you can do is you can take bulk pictures, or you can take multiple, use one picture with multiple images in, upload that. Most of the comic book groups do have specific rules, so do make yourself aware of the rules when you join them. For example, in almost all of them, including the Discord, which we'll come to later, looking for a price, saying, I've got this, does anyone want to buy it? That's classed as phishing. Phishing for prices is not allowed in any of the groups anywhere because it can lead to dishonesty, it can lead to bidding wars and things like that. None of what you want on one of these groups. You just want... So you want to put your price up, you want to put your book up, you want to have it linked. Say you put 10 pictures up, you can just do with a message the list of titles, hyphen, and the price. Simple as that. People will browse through it, they'll have a look, and they'll comment on the thread, bang, you got it sold. You don't need it on Facebook Marketplace. Ignore Facebook Marketplace, utilise the groups. The groups are good. The next one is... probably Gumtree. No, actually, do you know what? I take it back. Facebook isn't the worst. Gumtree's the worst for selling. For selling, rubbish. Again, it's almost the opposite direction hierarchy of buying. So just flat out ignore Gumtree if you're trying to make money selling comics. Because selling individual issues, you're just going to get nowhere. The next best is probably Vinted. I have only the experience of the last 4 weeks selling on Vinted, but my Vinted experience on selling comics was overall positive. It was kind of reminiscent of eBay back in the day. There are a fair few scammers and time wasters. You will get the same kind of people that are on eBay that will be like, can I get a picture of the top left corner? You're like, sure, here you go. Very nice. Can I get a picture of the top right corner? Well, yeah. you could have asked me to do that at the same time, and then you preemptively take the bottom left and bottom right, which they don't fucking ask for. Then can I have a picture of the third page? Something completely random. And you're like, well, yeah, go on then. 274,000 pictures later, they stop replying. And you're like, well, I've just wasted literally 3 days taking pictures for you. Why? They don't even come back with, yeah, it's not the grade I wanted. Maybe knock a little bit off. Or no, thanks, mate. You know, I'm interested, but not enough to pay that price. That's fine. It's like ghosting in dating. You got ghosted over a comic book. That's even worse. Fuck. Geek ghosting. Shit. Anyway, I'm coining that term. You got geek ghosted. Yeah. It's good. It's very, very rapidly up and coming. I actually think there's a good chance that Vinted may overtake eBay for selling comic books, selling and buying potentially, because eBay's crap for buying, just good for selling. But still, the second best at the moment is eBay. They have implemented a new feature as well, which looks fantastic. I have tried it a few times and it's kind of exceeded my expectations, which I'm not the kind of person that hates something just for it existed. I don't hate eBay. I hate aspects of eBay, and I disagree with a lot of the way that they handle things, like the whole, if you have an issue with eBay and you're the seller, the buyer always wins. It doesn't matter what you do. I've lost a lot of money on eBay because of scammer buyers, and it's tainted my view of eBay. More of the management, the platform is very good. Then we'll get to the new feature actually. So the good thing about eBay is the reason why it's crap for sourcing stock. So crap for sourcing stock, great for selling. It's got the most eyes on it. It's still the most used. It is also how the majority, in England specifically, in the UK, sorry, comic book price is pretty much set by eBay last sold. So as that dies, if it dies, because I don't think eBay will be around for too much longer. It will always be there to an extent, but it'll be one of those things that were massive for ages. They're kind of self-cannibalizing themselves. But eBay sold is the way to check the price of comic books in the UK. So it's so intrinsically embedded in the very foundation of our hobby that it's gonna be the main one. It's where most people will look. So that is the main reason why it's good. The second reason is the fact that you can do bulk uploads. So I'm going to show you. We'll probably go to a black screen again because, as usual, I haven't prepared anything. Oh, there we go. Me floating in a sea of black. I know how to do it this time, so I'm going to just waffle away while I click the button. Here we go. Where is it? eBay. Well, here we go. Bang! Haha, check that out. Right, as you can see, I very rarely use eBay, literally almost never, but what we're going to do, we're going to go to create listing, and as you can see here, we've got the multiple listings button. What you can do here is add everything at once. This can get quite confusing if you're not. I did that last time as well. Let me move me. I'm going to go bottom right this time. Way. Right, what you're looking at here, this is the edit button. So what happens when I press that? Here we go. So you can add all of your pictures, you can do your title, but you don't necessarily need that button. Because what you can do, you can click here to add your photographs. You can just literally upload from your computer. You can choose your category there. You put your title in there. Ignore things like custom label. You can choose whether you want it to be a buy it now or an auction. Available quantity, if you've got more than one item. Buy it now, you can set the price. If you're doing the VAT, it's just moved, there we go, there it is. You can do the start time, you can change it, you can schedule the items to come in at different times so you don't get them all out at once. If you want more eyes on at certain times, or if you've researched popular times to start bids, like for example, I read somewhere that there's a window between 4 and 6, which is supposedly when they have the most eyes on. So new listings that go live during that time will have the highest visibility at the time. You can add your description there. Do add individual descriptions, and then you can see how much it's going to cost you there. Once you've done that, you can duplicate. So if you click this, say you fill in the basic information. So what I would say is, there may be, I'm not like I said, I don't use eBay that often, so I'm not a master at this. But what I tend to do is make, for example, the signature set at the bottom. So it's like, sold by Fantasy Road. Please check our other items. Blah, blah, blah. Something a lot more interesting than that. And then once you've done that, oh, hang on a minute. I'll put that in completely wrong place. That's meant to be in the description. So the title you leave for the actual item itself, because that needs to be unique. That will go in there. And you may be thinking, why are we just putting this in? But then once you duplicate all of these, so you do the basic information that's going to be shared with all your items, then you can copy a listing and you can add, say you've got 25 copies going to add up. You've got one on there already. You click copy. Then you've got 24 listings, all made, all with the base description in. All you've got to do is add the picture, the title, and the other defining factors of what the individual item are, which is great. But they've actually made something even better now, which I am really impressed with, like genuinely really impressed. So what this is in the create listing, you see here, is multiple listings from photos. This is fantastic. So I'm probably going to try this time, and it's probably going to be dreadful. But what we're going to do is say 3 photographs, right? We're going to click continue. I don't know. You want? Oh, okay, you can't see my file viewer. I'm just going to pick 3 pictures of random comic books. So we're going to go for. They're all Christmas ones and obscure. Hang on, I'm going to pick a nice one. Let's pick a nice little comic book in it. Okay, we're going to go for a CGC graded. That might be a challenge, actually. I haven't tried a CGC graded one. We'll try a CGC graded. Oh, it's the book I sold to Brick. Brick, if you're watching this will make you very sad. Royal Mail lost this book in the post. So I'm going to do a CGC graded annual 1 Incredible Hulk. We will do a non-CGC graded book. Let's try Demon 1, and we'll do... Oh, doorbell's going off. Gobble, gobble.
Someone is at the front door.
Yeah, I'm aware. Calm yourself. And then we'll add a Captain America 100. Okay, so those 3 you can see there. So they're fairly recognisable books. Now let's see how well this goes. Here we go. So far, not very well. Seen as... What the fuck? Here's me saying something good about eBay for the first time ever. Okay, so it doesn't add in a title like it did last time. So, and it's also only added 1 book. So Captain America 100. This, I guess, this is actually quite a good learning moment, because what you need to put in here is, you know how when I was talking about sourcing stock, you need to be as broad and varied as possible to keep the search terms as wide so it pulls in everything else. You want to be as focused on this. The complete opposite. Everything is the opposite to the sourcing stock. So what I would recommend is opening up Key Collector, swap it to issue, and then I think that's actually 109, not even 100. I've just realised. Captain America 109. There you go. So it's the iconic cover by Jack Kirby, Origin of Captain America resold, 1969. I don't actually have this book anymore. I think it's either sold or graded. So 109, and it was 1969. You need to include all of these factors in it. Like, well, I'll give you a checklist actually. So 109, 1969, Marvel Comics, and then include a generic condition. I can't remember what this was, so we're going to put very fine. And then put any outstanding like features of the book. So for example, this is a classic Kirby cover, so classic Jack Kirby cover. Bang! That's a great title. You've got the publisher, you've got the age of the book, you've got the title, you've got the issue number, you've got the condition, and you've got a defining feature of the book. So this is all very, very obvious stuff. Some of you might be thinking, well, yeah, fucking I know how to make an eBay listing, but you'll be surprised at how many people don't, and they're like just putting up Captain America 109 and that's it. Then they're wondering why they get no hits and no views and no watchers. I mean, it's as simple as that. And it has done some of the work. So series title Captain America, character Captain America, superhero team Avengers, publication year. I would recommend filling these in, because each one of these things you fill in gives you... Oh, there you go. It's automatically picked that up. That was weird. Okay, pretty good. Publisher, Marvel, is from the Cinematic Universe MCU. This is pretty good, okay. Single issue, comic book, Silver Age, Jack Kirby. Oh, fuck me. I'm impressed. Okay, I take it back. And there you go, very fine. It's picked it up from the title, so let's put that in there. If it was a slab, which I don't know why it didn't pick up a slab, you can add your certification number. I can do words make senses one sometime. 26 item specifics. The more specifics you put in, the higher your item is ranked by the eBay algorithm. Let's see if it's put an item description in. It hasn't. So I'm not going to do that now, but you just put something descriptive about the book. Make sure you know any defects or anything like that. Anything that could potentially cause you a return. You could put no returns in there and you can set your return policy to no returns. But if the item isn't as described, eBay will side with the buyer. So make sure you describe everything exactly. Be as honest as you can. You're not trying to bump the price. You've already set the price to what it is. So you want to be as accurate as you can with your description. If you're not, it's going to come back on you and you're going to get fucked up. We've got one correct, and then we can put the price in, and then bang, that's as simple as that. Once, normally, not entirely certain why this only uploaded one of the three things, but normally you could do like 50 pictures and it would do most of that for you. It is time saving, and I'd go as far as to say pretty fucking groundbreaking. So utilize it. It's better than the bulk upload on its own. It makes all of the listings and you can just edit and fiddle with it, and it's faster than doing it yourself if you do it the other way. It's really, really good. So that covers that, and we're back. Big Matt, yeah, look at that shine, sexy bald head. So we've done eBay, Vinted, Facebook groups, and the final one, which, I mean, I'm going to be biased, but the Fantasy Road community Discord server is the largest comic book and collectibles Discord server in the UK. Our sales and trading channels are non-stop. The amount of stuff that you can get in there, the amount of sales that go through there, and the good thing about the channels is because it's a live platform, is when something sells, the buyer or the seller, well, the seller is supposed to delete their listing. So everything that you see listed in the sales channel, if it's there, is for sale. We are also a very tight-knit community despite the size of it, and people tend to get some incredible bargains in there. So it's the best sort of situation all around for what you want to do. The thing to note though is that with Discord, with the community server, you're going to be looking at mainly key issues. I mean, you could probably sell some bulk. There are resellers. There's some very popular whatnot sellers in there. There's some pretty well-known Facebook sellers in there, people like that. Lots of bedroom sellers. And if you have a bulk that you want to get rid of, you probably get rid of it in there. But the focus will be on books of value. You list like 10 books, put the prices. People can scroll through like a catalogue. They can have a look at it. They can message you or reply to the post. Bang, gone. So we're going to do a quick run through of the ones that are best for certain types of selling. So we'll start with, obviously, Gumtree, don't use. Facebook Marketplace, don't use. Comic book groups is a good all-rounder. It's good for key issues. It's good for slabs. It's good for bulk. Like, you will get the vultures circling the moment you post bulk, and you will get dreadful vulture offers. It's inevitable. It will happen. But there are some good people on there, and there are some good buyers on there. So it's kind of, that's the best all-rounder, I would say. Vinted and eBay are both in the same boat, where it is probably the best platform for listing the inconsequential books, the sort of non-keys. Not that it's not good for keys as well, it is. But it's good for bulks. It's good for massive lots of individually listed keys. eBay takes the crown because of the ease of listing bulk. Say you took pictures of, I don't know, 300 books in a long box, and you did it, uploaded 300 pictures. 80% of that work is done for you on the cover upload issue, the cover upload function on eBay, and you can get all of them up and you can get all of them running, and it would take you probably a couple of hours, but I mean, that's better than before this function existed, and it would take you probably a full day to get 300 books up or something like that. And then, as we said just then, Discord is better for high value books. But it's not that you can't sell other stuff. It's just that that's the main focus on there. But another point about the Discord is it is a great community. And if you're a beginner collector, a seasoned collector, everybody's in the same boat having fun. And it's a great place. So make sure you join that. The next video... I actually made a list of what we're going to do. So I'm going to let you know of what the next videos are coming out. This, like I said, nice little short and sweet one. So, on my episode list, we have identifying value and what gives a comic book value. So that will be the next video. We've got selling comics, which is this one. Part 3, branding your store. How to get a name for yourself out there. Like, it's not just visual. It's an actual... I'm going to do a whole video about how to build your brand and how to make yourself sort of a familiar face and name in the comic book world. Number 4 is the consistency of uploads and the kind of things that you want to do to build your brand. It's an expansion of the branding video, but with more focus on specific areas. And part 5 is going to be a whatnot specific one, and that is titled, it's called a show, not a shop. Self-explanatory. And then we're going to expand the comic book for beginners sections. We're going to have an entire video on what is a key issue, how to value a comic book, where to buy comic books, where to sell comic books. Keep in mind, this is different to people looking to make money. These videos that I'm talking about now will be specifically under the category for comic book beginners, and it will be about growing your collection, not about making money. We'll have regular videos on top speculative value issues of the month, top long-time earners of the Silver Age, top long-time earners of the Bronze Age, top long-time earners of the Modern Age, top sleepers, as in comic books that hold value or should hold value and currently don't because they're being overlooked with the potential to rocket. Comic book condition and why it matters. Cover things like distribution marks and the things that people don't know about. Comic book storage. And why having the cinematic universe being tied to the comic book industry is a bad thing. So please do subscribe. We're going to make more of an effort to get these videos out more regularly. I'm going to try for one every other day. Probably won't. It'll probably be maybe 2 a week. But they will be... I am going to work on things like video editing and stuff like that, because at the moment I'm just turning record on and chatting to a camera. There is no editing, as you can see, at all, because I would have removed the fucking turkey gobble gobble doorbell shit. But yeah, we will be back and the videos will get better. I mean, these are great. You know, I'm amazing. Yeah, modest, beautiful. But my video editing skills are non-existent. So I hope this helps, and hopefully it gives you a bit of insight in the best places to sell what you have procured from the past video, and then we'll build on this after. What I would like to ask, actually, guys, if there's something that you want me particularly to cover in one of these videos, if there's anything you've been wondering, it doesn't have to be specifically on topic, it can be in a different category, but shout in the comments and let me know if there's something you want. Someone mentioned today, for example, pressing and cleaning for beginners. So what I've said is I'm happy to do a basic video on pressing and cleaning in terms of what to buy, in terms of equipment, in terms of the type of press, in terms of brands and things like that, and a basic setup in terms of what you do, how you do it the first time. But I'm not going to go super in depth on that, because that would be starting a whole new thing. It would be like a very novice version of it. But if there's other stuff like that that you would like me to cover, just let me know. Just shout in the comments and I'll do what I can. We'll build up an episode list. And yeah, sweet. Thank you very much for watching. Nice and short. What was... Fuck me, my brain. I swear I get to the end of these videos, it just turns off. Yeah, cheers guys. I will see you. It's Friday evening now, and I'm back on Whatnot Monday morning. So I'll see you then. Laters, masturbators.